You can support this show at patreon.com/ASA podcasting.
Rooty, Tooty, fresh and fruity.
The wasteland is a post-apocalyptic mess as the sole survivor wanders out about to see the rest. Nuclear explosions sending out the gamma rays from deep within the core, gross atomic waste. From deep within the core, gross atomic waste.
Hello and welcome to the 550th edition of the Fallout Feed. I am Andrew, joined by a flock of my favorite Fallout faces. Tonight, I've got Jess. What's up, Jess?
Hey, Andrew. Greets, everybody.
And Ray. What is going on, Ray?
Hello, hello.
And tonight on the show, we are still doing our roundtable off in New Vegas. So we are going to run through some Brotherhood stuff for our roundtable stuff. I've prepared a little bit of a game, thematic with a little bit of creative project that is going on in our Discord. So join up there, guys.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Bits.
We've got some big projects going on in there in the Discord right now and
Everyone
elsewhere.
wants
I saw you tweeted out looking for some suggestions on the song list.
Yes. I kind of mentioned last week, putting together a fun little music compilation of our favorite Fallout songs. We're going to do some covers of those. So you have suggestions, sign it up. It's floating around that poll there. So we also have our iguana bits, of course, and a shout on the way out the door. So why don't we go ahead and roll right into it? See what everybody's been up to. Check in. Hey, Ray, did you have a chance playing video games this week, sir?
I had a very, very, very busy video game week.
Oh,
It
that's
looks
great.
like it.
What'd you do?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, you wrote a book here.
Hopping in on a regular basis into No Man's Sky to train my pets to be fighting machines.
What are their names? Oh, they should be cuddle machines. What are their names? Can you name them?
No.
Oh, that's unfair.
You can name them in your heart, right? At least I always do.
I mean, in the game, you are able to name them whatever you want. I have chosen not to name them,
Oh, Ray.
and I don't know their names.
I can't believe Jen doesn't make you. Like you would think she would make you or tell you what their names are.
Well, she definitely is very good at the care and nurturing of the creatures.
She does it enough for everyone. Yeah, people in chat say it's the Nokomon update, like you called it before.
Yeah. So that's been good. Keep jumping back into Fallout 4. So I'm playing Fallout 4 on the same computer that I play New Vegas on.
Right.
And so whenever I've popped in to do quests in New Vegas, then I follow up with some time in Fallout 4.
Oh, see, that's excellent. That's good encouragement to do that, to play like real Fallout 4 as well. Because
Yeah.
you just started that again last week, right? You got the bug like a week or so ago.
Yeah. So I'm starting to get up in levels, and so I could no longer afford being the tissue paper cannon that I was running around
Right.
only in clothing.
Yeah,
So
the creatures are leveling up on you a bit. They do get
Yeah.
tougher as you level.
yeah. So
is a tissue
now
paper
I can-
cannon even weaker than a glass one?
yeah, completely.
Way less
'Cause-
structure.
Yeah, I mean, glass can withstand a breeze.
Yeah. This character's ripped, but not in the way you'd want. Tissue paper.
It's like, hey, Ray, we're getting ready for battle. You ready to go in? Oh, shoot, a breeze came by. Where'd
So
Ray go?
you're toughening him up. You're
Blew
stiffening
away
up
in
the
the
tissue paper.
wind.
So I got ballistic weave. So at least
Okay.
now I've got a little bit of protection. I'm still not high enough level to get my armor up to, where I can, do some serious ballistic weave, but at least it's better than nothing.
Wait, does that mean you had to go do all the railroad quest line and stuff, or did you just
Just
the
first few.
console command it in?
No. I did the quests.
Ray, you almost never console command things then, really, do you? Like, it's pretty rare, right?
Yeah, and unless I'm testing something and need a particular thing, no, it's easier just to do the quests to get the stuff.
It's more fun to play the games.
Yeah,
You
It
mentioned that you play 4 on the same unit as New Vegas.
Yeah.
Do you ever keep old machines around to play games that you wouldn't be able to play otherwise, or can you always figure out a way to update a game to a new
I
system?
can usually find a way to update it. I do have, basically every computer I've ever owned
Yeah.
Oh my god, you have a warehouse out back.
is sitting, in my attic.
Cheers, Ray. Those old cases. You got to love them. And like the old video cards. And, you look and you've got like this ATI Rage that's bigger than your current video card. Like, I mean, actually, no, because they got huge. But I'm cleaning my garage and I've got like 6 cases out there too. So I was just thinking about it this week. I'm like, wow, I should do something with these.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got one I haven't fired up in a long time. I'm not sure if I should, but it
might actually fire up.
Yeah, it has a water cooled system in it. The old school, fittings and tubes and everything.
Yeah.
That I also ran through a Peltier cooler. So the little unit that they use for mini fridges. And so I had a refrigerated computer that I ran for a long time.
You actually ran refrigerant through it instead of
Yeah, well, it's a Peltier cooler, so it's an electric cooling unit, but it gets frost on it. So so that one's still sitting in the on the shelf. But I'm not currently playing any games that require computers so old that that they can't do anything else.
Right. And we can adapt most things. But I tell you, there are some games, that you have to run like the DOS box and the MoSlow and all that, like we talked about, to get them running. And there are some where having a computer that's too fast really gets in the way of enjoying them.
Oh, yeah.
Where the timings are based on the processor speed.
Yeah.
I probably mentioned my Mercury analyzer at work. A job that ran Windows 98, and we couldn't update it, so we had to scrap this perfectly good analyzer because we couldn't find software to run it.
Gotcha.
So, oldest computer you have? Just sorry, interrupt your gameplay. Still, I know we're talking Fallout 4, but
oldest computer I've got is probably. I don't think I brought any of them from California, so they would all be 2000 or newer.
Lee has an Atari 1040 ST, which I got to tell you, those Atari ST PCs, Lee, they were awesome. They had an early MIDI chip. They had built-in MIDI ports, if I remember correctly, and you could do some awesome media stuff. They were before Macs became the media PC. The Atari ST was cutting edge for that. My oldest, and I actually mentioned this just so I could brag on it for a second. I've got this Commodore SX64 that James got several years back, and the SX64 series is actually a portable Commodore with a built-in monitor. So you set it down, you flip up the top, you flip it over, and you've got like a portable monitor. It's hilarious.
You got your 4-inch screen there. It's
exactly. It's smaller than a Steam Deck screen, pretty much. But it's only like like probably, I don't know, is it 420 even 380? It's small resolution.
Yeah, I've got a TI 99 4A, but that doesn't actually count because I ripped the guts out of it and put a Raspberry Pi in it and run an emulated keyboard and everything.
That's so awesome. I mean, it still has the look.
Yeah, it's still the case of a TI and the keyboard.
Hilarious that a Raspberry Pi, because I mean, we both played with Pi some, can do so much more than some PCs from even the mid-90s.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anyway, Fallout 4.
Yeah. So, yeah, running around. I mean, you definitely, it's a very slow play when you play, like this, because if you come around a corner and there's, uh, uh, a feral dog there, you're dead. If there's a
Mhm.
mole rat there, you're dead.
There's a cazador there. You're very dead.
Yeah. I made it through Dunwich Boars.
No.
And
As a paper mache
yeah,
warrior, good lord.
yeah, it was before I got the ballistic weave. Because there's ways to get through there. It took me a couple of times to take out the guy that's in the shack that has the computer that runs the turrets.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's one guy I've always tried to sneak through there, but there's always one person I can't get past because of their like positioning and coming around a corner. I don't know if we're talking about the same guy, but there's just one.
Yeah, no, this
fucking
one's a
dude.
different. Yeah,
Ugh, sucks.
that's the guy down in the bottom.
I just
and
can't
so
sneak to him. He's like,
I
there's
just
no way to
ran
approach.
past. I ran past him.
Ah, there you go.
Um,
You just end up trying to drop grenades and stuff, and it just
No,
never works.
Yeah, no, I just sprinted because once I got down the side of the hill, because I turned off the turret so they couldn't take me out. I climbed down the side of the hill. He spots me. I run past him in through the door, and then from on the inside, it's pretty easy to because everybody's kind of spaced out. You take out the turret in the first room, and you're good to go. So, but
as long as it doesn't see you first and fire, and then alert everyone in the area that you're around, and
but it's definitely a slow play because you got to wait until people get to a particular position to then you can isolate them and take them out. A lot of times you'll get spotted and you'll have to run away and wait for everybody to settle down and then go back and try again. But I got through that, got the sneak bobblehead, didn't bother with Crim's Tooth because I'm only using combat knife.
And what was the stipulation on that? Why only the combat knife?
Just, to...
as a limitation on yourself?
Yeah.
Would you take a legendary version?
Oh, yeah, like the Pickman's Blade?
Pickman's Blade?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was a switchblade. That's a combat knife?
No, it's a combat knife. Yep.
Damn, moves fast for a combat knife.
Yeah. Well, the combat knife is pretty quick.
Is it the same as the switchblade? I thought switchblade for some reason was like very fast, and the others
I think
were, like,
switchblade
fast.
is very fast, and the combat knives is only fast, but it's fast enough.
Yeah, I love the distinction.
So been dipping in and out of Cyberpunk, just to keep myself uncomfortable enough with the keyboard bindings that I can't really get any solid muscle memory.
Muscle memory, bouncing back and forth.
So,
now that I saw the board game a couple weeks ago and posted it, and was like, "Hey, look, Ray, there's a board game too." And you're like, "Yeah, dude, I know. It started as a board game, dummy." And I was like, "Oh gosh, I didn't know." I've seen that game fucking everywhere. Says like Mo and I were just walking around. There was one at like the game store downtown, and like I've just run into the Cyberpunk board game is now following me in my life. It's like popping up all over the place. Maybe I just never saw it before until I noticed that, but
yeah,
sorry.
and that happens a lot.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a fun world to run around in. So
that's awesome. As a
And-
board game first. That's really cool.
no,
Or was it a story or something for it? Did it start as a board game, or was it a book series or something?
yeah.
You mean
I'm not-
Cyberpunk?
Yeah, Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
What did it
It
come
was
from?
it was a tabletop game first.
Yeah.
So it was partly inspired by by Neuromancer, William Gibson novel, cyberpunk in general, but it started as the board game made by Mike Palmsmith, right? He's the one who created it. Cyberpunk 2020 was the first one.
When you say cyberpunk in general, what does that mean? Is cyberpunk a movement or what is cyber? Is it the title
it
of
became
something?
an aesthetic, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's kind of like post-apocalyptic.
Is it like steampunk,
is a thing?
but cyberpunk? Is that equitable?
Yeah, it's steampunk. I mean, I think steampunk came after cyberpunk as far as the genres go. But that's the whole idea, the same concept. You take the punk as in, living on the edge, a little bit revolutionary, a little bit, from where we are. And then, cyber for the technology side, steam for the steam side. And then they're doing all kinds of, other punk at this point. Like,
see, cyberpunks would have loved, in 1995, they would have loved that movie Pi, that like punk rock math movie or something, right?
Oh man, I loved that movie. Yeah, that was I saw it. I went to the Railroad Square Cinema to see that. I saw it in an independent film theater. It was great.
It was one of the first movies that kind of like blew my mind, turned it on
The
its
Golden
ear,
Spiral? Yeah.
Yeah, and
Sorry, we are tangenting
sorry,
hard
sorry.
tonight, but
Cyberpunk,
Starfunk net running
right?
was cool. Hmm. And then Starfield too. Your net running there probably some.
So Starfield, a lot of Starfield. So,
wow. Oh wait, no lightsabers still, right?
yeah, no, not anymore.
Oh, never again. You've left it behind. You've dropped your robes, left your stormtrooper armor in the dust.
Well, I got to say, as much as I loved running around with a lightsaber, this new resonator sniper rifle that they have in Starfield, love it.
Resonator sniper rifle.
Yeah.
So what's
so
the
I put
resonator
it-
part? Is that some sort of
it's just
laser
a
weapon?
laser.
Okay.
It's a laser weapon. But it's when you wear it on your back, the silencer drags on the ground behind you.
That's so funny.
It's so big. And it with the range modifier. So there's a new class of modifications that you can do to your weapons. And the one that I've got in this one is for range. So it took it from 100 meters to 200 meters.
God damn.
Yeah, you can. You're right at the edge of render, and so a lot of times you have to get a little bit closer in order to get the the enemies to spawn in to
The
be able to
pixels
shoot
to
'em.
generate.
So
Yeah, they're mentioning a chat. It's the longest barrel this side of a keel. It is. It's huge. It's huge. I was saying you could poke a guy from 100 meters, let alone shoot them.
yeah, that was pretty funny. I got a good chuckle out of that one because you pretty much can. But it definitely loving all the new content. If you go through the Terran Automata stuff, you eventually meet a Freestar character that sounds just like Christian Avarasala
Yeah.
from The Expanse.
Which, I mean, she's a quest giver, right? I don't know who her voice actress is.
It's the same actress that does Lynn. Because I looked it up, I thought, I mean,
really?
could this be, the
Yeah.
same actress?
Because that actress does do video games. I mean, besides the Expanse game, she's done Destiny and she's done some Assassin's Creed, I believe, in Valhalla. But yeah.
No, they're crediting the woman that does the voice of Lynn as that character's voice actress.
Cool.
So
Range.
yeah. So, but it's uncanny. It caught me by surprise when I first heard her talk.
The Expanse references are strong in Starfield.
Yeah.
Just enough with a few characters and such.
Well, yeah, and the funny thing is my the character model that I'm using for that character is that guy.
Yeah. Okay.
So but
Then-
I've got I've gotten all the way through the Terran Armada quest line, as it kind of flows. I don't know if there's going to be more.
Right.
I would
Because there are
imagine there will
decisions
be.
at the end. We're not spoiling anything yet, but there are decisions at the end, right? And there are different ways you could play out.
Yeah. So I will share a not very spoilery spoiler. In that, if you are a accomplished ship captain, when you go to the somewhat final battle,
Mhm.
the enemy ship that you're going to try to invade continually spawns support ships. And so if you don't board that ship, it just continues
You can just
to
keep fighting the ads.
and so you just keep shooting down those ships.
That's like when you're fighting the Scorched Beast Queen, and you just keep fighting the ads when you're trying to farm Scorched, or like when you're fighting Earl and you keep
Yep.
farming the Wendigos. It's a good tactic to level some stuff up.
Yep. So just don't board the ship. Just keep fighting, and you can definitely rack up a lot of score. I think I went up from level 50 to 51 just from the little bit of time. I wasn't even sure I could keep whether or not I was like gonna get myself in trouble by not boarding it. So I finally just quit and boarded it.
Nice.
But I mean, who knows how long it could have gone on after, before it finally did anything else.
Yeah, I know some of our listeners are back in Starfield, so you've made your way through the base Terran Armada and stuff. Actually, I think you were telling me before the show you've got almost 50 hours in free lanes at this point in Terran Armada.
Yeah, since the update.
Oh, that is so serious. That is so serious. I long for the day. Soon. But yeah, other people are going through too. I mean, talking about it, we pulled Rando back in. Solior, I mean, he never left, We've got other friends in there. Lee as well. Like basically all of our listeners pretty much have been a Starfield, except John. John has been, or I'm sorry, the Shoveler has been, besides New Vegas, doing a lot of 76.
You revealed his secret identity.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I won't tell you how it's spelled though. Is there an H? Is there not an H? We don't know.
No. So, yeah. And, so as I was typing up my, my notes, it struck me that, so I've been through this, quest line with a, good guy. And so, there were a lot of alternate paths I could have taken with a less scrupulous character. And so tonight I jumped in really quick before the show and started up a new character so that I could test that part of the quest line.
Excellent. Okay. It's cool. I'm not surprised. I thought you might resist for a while. You resisted making a new character in Starfield for 2 weeks, I think. Maybe not quite.
Yeah, it was almost 2 weeks.
Almost. And then you've got some new Vegas play written down too.
Yeah. So of course, playing New Vegas for the quest lines. Definitely. One of the things that I picked up just because I didn't know what else to take as far as perks in New Vegas, because the big MT was leveling me up so fast. I went ahead and took jury rigging.
Right.
And I hadn't really been doing anything with repair, but since everything else was 100, I figured, well, I guess I gotta, may as well start putting points into repair, and got enough into repair that then I could do jury rigging. And Joshua Graham's armor can be repaired with powder ganger outfits.
Like, that makes so much sense. I never would have thought of it, but yeah, that makes sense. To guard uniforms. Okay. Cool.
So, so now I'm even more vilified with the powder gang than I was before.
You going shopping over at the penitentiary.
So, so that's been fun. But then, definitely had a good time doing the quests for this week.
Awesome possum.
But other than that, not really much.
Other than 6 years of games, not much. All right. How about you, Jess? Did you have a chance playing video games this week?
Not as much as Ray. Not as much as I'd want, but I did finally feel like I had a chance to relax and just play some games for fun a little bit this week, which is great because it had been
Your
a
thing is
been a
over
few
finally.
weeks. Yeah, I just had a few too many things in a row that I had to work on. And sometimes when I've got a lot of projects, I feel like I can't let myself relax play a game, even if I still spend an hour, on YouTube or something, But I do that during my workouts and such.
Yeah.
You cannot game. I think I said this before, but gaming on the treadmill is hard. Like watching stuff.
Yeah, I've tried
That's
it
easy.
on the elliptical. It's tough.
It is definitely tough to focus and keep your balance and not stub your toes, what have you. But yeah, we had the theater company play happened last Sunday as planned. So that's what I spent my weekend working on, and I was in Fallout 76 for that. Went really well. The live show was great. We had a number of people attend. Really good attendance this year. A few of our friends came by from this group and a lot of other theater goers. So that was awesome. The holotape cut, I was hoping to get out end of the weekend. It might be a little bit longer, like it is sometimes. We got to get some pickups. There were a few little funny thing about 76 Live. We've all been on headset with people when things happen.
Drops out.
And
stuff.
there's always stuff. I would say this play, we had almost the least disconnects we ever had. I think we only had 2 people booted from server during the show. And technically 3, but the last one couldn't get back on. The other 2 didn't even really cause an interruption. It was so fast. They were back in.
You do it
Time
on
for the
a
next line.
private server, I assume?
No, we do them in public.
Really?
We do them in public.
Okay.
That way we can get an audience. People coming by
That's
and
right. I
watching
forgot
and
about
all
the
that.
audience aspect. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different because this time we did Discord audio, so I could get better quality audio, which is great. But what I was going to mention was at the very start of the play, when we go from my little title sequence and the intros and all that into we always do a director's word at the beginning. So either Northern, he did the first couple, and now it's been Bram for the last couple. And so Bramadou was starting a speech, and just as I cut to him, a car alarm goes off. Ram, ram,
Yeah.
ram.
Yeah, they comment about it. Yeah.
And he's like, I got a car alarm. It was just funny. You could tell that he was like Russian. But it was fantastic. Went really well. So, but we got to get some pickups. You know what I mean? Because people's live show, there's always things, and some lines cut out and stuff. And so I want to really polish this one. So that'll be coming out sometime next week, most likely. Gonna get that done. But that was awesome. And so after we got that project done this week, the last 4 days, I know I said I was done with it, guys, but I was getting ready for bed, and I'm like, what can I play? That'll be like an hour. And I said, I'm going to drop some Duchies again, because Drop Duchy is a great freaking game. I got annoyed with it. I thought I had enough. I thought I was done with it, but it's such an easy bite-sized game. And I don't want to reinstall Vampire Survivors. I'm going to be doing that soon, though, because Vampire Crawlers is coming out. It's a new Vampire Survivors game. It's their sequel, basically. So I'm excited about that. But I love these kind of just one more run games that you can just kind of pick up and play. So yeah, I put like an hour and a half into that before bed, and then I've played again since then. So I put a couple hours of dropping Duchies, but I think I'm done for real this time. We'll see. But I still don't necessarily
so I can
recommend
just, like,
it.
sit in my bed and game.
Oh,
Sitting in
It's
my
the-
bed and game.
it's the best. It's the best. I just prop up the little extra pillows behind me, just lay back.
I've been seeing this product to like rest your elbows on to prevent
Andrew?
hand numbness stuff. And I'm
Hold
like,
on, stay right where you are. You two stay right where you
oh
are.
my God, she has it. She has the thing. She has the weird pillow support thing. That's hilarious. She lost her chair.
Hilarious. So the product you're thinking of is called the Volare. It's like an official
Volare.
thing to
Okay, yeah,
rest
to
your
like
hands on.
rest
The
your
company
elbows on
they-
and stuff. Get
It
angled
looks
right.
it looks like a giant airplane pillow.
What did you say?
I said it looks like a giant airplane pillow.
Oh, she's saying there's like a real product, but like hers serves the same function. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Because it's
Yeah.
a
So
weird.
what
yeah.
happened? These are actually nursing pillows, is what this is, which is why a lot of guys didn't really know about them.
No, I was gonna say
But-
that looks exactly like a breastfeeding pillow.
Yes, that's what it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. And super comfy, and it's fantastic for gaming. I recommend everybody get one. You can put it on your waist.
yeah.
You get your elbows propped, super comfy. And so
Oh, that's
they made
perfect. Look at
officially
that.
manly ones called the Volare is the brand, and they charge like $70 to $100 for them.
Called man
These are
boob
20 to 30.
pillows.
Yeah. The coziest. Sorry, 1 second. Vamp while I fix my chair.
Yeah, but I've been seeing that a lot just with my 3DS. I've been doing lots of handheld gaming, so I'm like, it'd be kind of sweet. But yeah, no, I should just see if I can dig up Tori's old what's the
Yeah, it's
just breastfeeding pillow. I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah.
We just call it nursing pillow.
Nursing
breastfeeding
pillow. There you go.
pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, they're super comfy. So I've got my purple one back there. But
Yeah, works so well.
anything will do. I mean, obviously any pillow works, but it's just like perfect for your elbows and such. So have one of those when you
Gaming
mentioned.
in bed.
So I did some of that, and an Xbox in every room is kind of nice. I mean, I don't actually have an Xbox in every room, but I've got 3 of them. So living room, computer room, and bedroom. And the bedroom one is more for watching stuff, but I play a
Media
few games
center.
in there.
Yeah.
Exactly. So besides that, played some Starfield, of course. Haven't gotten very far with the new content yet. Still, I plan next week. I'm hoping to hop on maybe on Wednesday and stream a little bit of my ships and my outposts and all that before I actually go through the Unity.
Nice.
So that's something I want to do, and then I can actually go to the Unity, save my game, remove all my mods after I kind of say goodbye to everything, and then load back into a new world and replay. And so I'll be tackling the new content in a fresh universe, most likely, as opposed to this one, just because I've got, as we were talking about, too many mods installed that are blocking or interfering with content, even though I have seen some awesome new locations. Some of them are ones that were in the game before, but were just rarely seen, and now they're surfacing more. Others, I'm seeing some of the ones from my mods more too, that were, even though I had mods for more POIs, I still saw the usual ones, and so I've seen some new ones too. Did a few for our Starborn Saturday post this week. The Forgotten Supply Bridge. I highly recommend the Forgotten POIs and Forgotten POIs too. Those are some really, really well made points of interest mods.
And
Yeah,
do they
that
just
one that I shot the picture of, my sniper shot? That's one of the new ones. It's the ship stop. It's a pirate location, and that thing is just absolutely crawling with pirates.
Yeah, so I definitely want to see more of those. But I'm going through the Unity, and that was the plan. But I didn't do it this week yet because I said I really want to say goodbye to my stuff, and I want to do a farewell stream. And I was just kind of too busy to do that. So I got that in, and then I got some New Vegas, and those were kind of the main games I played. I actually played a little bit of I actually played a platformer, just talking about retro games. This kind of fun retro platformer. It was just an indie game that I picked up. I was in the mood for something different. I don't even remember the name of it right now. I think it had the word wizards in it. I put like an hour in that and I beat it. It was pretty
love
easy.
Wizards,
Games,
man.
yeah, I love wizards, man. I mean, maybe 2 hours. But the thing about those kind of games is, and if you go back to them now, like a lot of the Nintendo, Super Nintendo style platformers, side-scrolling platformers, they weren't actually that long, but they were just hard. So
AF, dude.
So if you were good at them and decent at timing your jumps, you could beat them in an hour. And so this one, it was difficult, but it wasn't as difficult as some of those, and it was the regular length. So I could play an hour or two of that.
I watched
My retro on.
I watched someone play the entirety of, I think it was Kung Fu the other day. I was like, I would spend hours at that game at the corner store playing, and I could never get very. And he beat the whole thing in like 6 minutes or 3 minutes maybe or something. It was crazy. Pisses me off. Jerks.
Yeah, jerks. But New Vegas is great. It's fun. So while I did go back and was doing the quest on my Jess character on Xbox, I also did play on Calliope a bit this week too. I shared some pics on the in Discord and on the socials. Calliope making the rounds, doing things. Boobenstein is still in New Vegas.
Boobarella's back.
That name has grown on me so much. All you had to say was Boobenstein does New Vegas, and since then I've been like, yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does. Get out of her way.
And whenever I mention the name, like on something when I share a pic, people are like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, that's Andrew.
Come on.
Good fun. But that's it for my
See,
gameplay, really.
Now you
besides
got
New
everyone
Vegas.
thinking that I'm like some dirty old man or something.
Oh, first of all,
Instead of
they know.
a
But also,
joke.
no, of course
Hey.
you're not. We know you're
Hey.
so not at all. It's just
I'm
funny.
not that old.
Well,
Jess, you mentioned mods for Starfield.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so at this point right now, PC's getting flooded with updates.
Right. There are so many. I mean,
So
PlayStation
Useful
has so many
Briggs.
ported over. Mhm.
yeah, Useful Briggs is up and running with the new update. I've got the only Star UI I don't have right now is HUD.
Right.
So I've got inventory, I've got workbenches, I have
Yeah, we should talk about those
ship
because
builder.
right, because Star UI has been getting updates, not from the original author in some cases, but they've
No.
got permission to push them. Praxis UI has had several updates. The other one you mentioned for Praxis Inventory, there are a
Mhm.
couple new ones people are starting. They're good. Everything Downfall Nemesis has pretty much all their mods ported over to PlayStation and updated now. Miss O is going through them too. I know Lee is a big fan of Miss O, and she's going through and updating a bunch of stuff. The few mods that she has that could conflict, she has updated, and then she thinks all of her house mods, she hasn't checked them all yet, but they should be fine. So yeah, a lot of people going through, updating things poured into PlayStation. It's going really, really. I gotta say, I'm just impressed and proud of a lot of these mod authors coming back, and especially the ones who have stuff in creations. Are coming back and doing that. And hopefully that's happening on Nexus too. I just don't track those ones as much since I don't play on PC.
Yeah. Yeah. So the the only thing I need now is I've got to get a new flashlight mod. Because the flashlight mod that I had wasn't working. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it would work for like, a few minutes and then stop. So
when you say flashlight mod, do you prefer one that is more like a real flashlight with more of a spotlight effect, or do you prefer one that works more like a Pip-Boy light, where it's a little bit broader and not quite
no,
so
just
narrow?
a regular. So it gets rid of the vanilla flashlight has this light bar that runs across the middle of the screen horizontally,
Mhm.
and it's terrible in tight quarters because it's so narrow, and it makes it impossible to figure out where you're looking or anything. It just washes out the screen. I need a one that's more uniform circle, like a
Yeah.
real flashlight.
That makes sense. I actually want one that's less centered. You know what I mean? Like a more of an ambient light, because I
Yeah,
feel like
floodlight instead of spotlight.
right, there's a bit of a horror movie aspect to the Starfield flashlight, which is kind of a cool effect, with the way it works, and that you get this whole, you can see the middle, you can't see the sides, but it's also not as much of a circle as I can see that you'd rather the whole circle was covered, but you don't need the extra
Yeah.
flooding. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I during our survival Fallout 4 roundtable, I deliberately played with a Pip-Boy mod that made it very much like a flashlight, like a Silent Hill style horror flashlight to add that, that spookier, darker vibe to the survival playthrough. That was really fun. But in general, I don't love that. I like to be able to see where I am a little more. Oh, but while we're mentioning mods, stuff like that, I should say Bethesda has put out some new roll-ups of creations too that they didn't have before. They're doing, how they do featured mods, they're actually featuring authors with sales. So the almighty SE, who did The Veil and Beyond the Veil and Lyria and a number of others, they've got like a mod pack where all his mods, or like 4 or 5 of them, are in a bundle and half price. So hopefully they do that going forward with other, modders that have done multiple things. Did you ever try, Ray, the Spacer faction update that Zone 79 did? He did the Cryomancer faction, which was a whole new faction, but then he did the Spacer outfits update.
No.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Dude,
I don't know if those are on Nexus anyway or
Cryomancer,
not.
that's so awesome.
Yeah, it's a cool new faction he came up with, but the Spacer in general, he did this update where they have a lot more variety to armor and like cool lights and claws. And so Bethesda included that in their official roll-up where you can actually get 2 of their mods and then his mod as part of the bundle. So since it was officially included, I wasn't sure if you might have tried it. But yeah, that's it for my gameplay besides New Vegas when we get to it.
Sweet. My gameplay shouldn't be too long. I also played some Fallout 4. Was trying to run a bunch of mods and just to see some of the new creations and stuff. I was doing like the winter time in the wasteland type stuff. But I didn't love the effect. It just seemed like they, instead of actually applying like a new texture of snow, it was like they just faded the color out or up brightness or something, and just sort of bleached everything out. So it just kind of looked like everything was lighter, but it didn't actually look like great snow or anything. So I kind of toggled those on and off, and I was playing with mods. I keep calling them mods. They're called creations now, I guess. Messing with the mod list. I keep calling them mod load order. Looking through, because I haven't really, experienced a lot of that yet. So I was, and what I was really hoping to do is because, and when I'm just doom scrolling my reels, my algorithm knows I'm interested in Fallout, so it feeds me all these Fallout videos, all these people who are like, oh yeah, look at this cool thing that's over here with this awesome new thing that's over here, this cool new thing that's over here. And I want to go try to find all those things, except for I'm like, okay, do I load an old character who has all these stupid, like, tons of mods and everything tied to it, and then you got to deal with that whole headache. Or, load in a new character and then run off and try to find them. But, like, there needs to be a balance between the two things where I can just start at level 50, Like I think I mentioned that last week. It's like
Yeah, you did.
There's like...
You want to load into an old playthrough, which you always can do. You always can load into a new playthrough.
It's always like, you're missing these 816 mods.
Right.
You need to re-download and blah, blah. I'm just like, oh,
the missing mods,
yes.
And also catching up with where you are in the story.
Remembering where your stuff is. I'm like,
and you want the joy of playing some of it again too. You don't want to maybe do the first things, but you want to do the rest.
Yeah, because I'm so... Well... And I also refuse to load a game without survival mode now. I don't know what it is, but it just makes that first 10 levels, you're super...
It's the best.
But it's just like, if I didn't load it in survival mode, you'd have an easier time getting to those things, dummy. I'm like, no, I won't do it. I gotta play survival mode now.
It's good to have standards.
Fuck standards. It's making me miserable.
Survival Shelter, Survival Fallout 4.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't play New Vegas in survival mode.
It's different though, right? Isn't the New Vegas super hard survival thing? It's not the same, right?
No, it's not. It's not the same.
A little different, but Fallout 4 definitely has its problems as well. Anyway, this did not happen this past week. I meant to mention it, I don't know, a couple weeks ago when I first noticed it. After I got out of the Big MT, I went to the Rick and Morty's, and God, it was like just sort of, let's see, what was it? Chlorine. The not the white glove. Someone at Gamora sent me to
Right, we
them
talked
looking
about
for
this
chlorine.
the other week.
Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I was going through their whole like conversation tree, and I really was just sort of like making sure everything was clicked, and then I like opened up all the like side quests and everything, and then I like come out of the conversation. I think this is where it happened, and I come out of the conversation, and I have a new Pip-Boy.
Yeah, you got your Pimp Boy.
The Pimp
3
Boy
billion.
3000.
Okay, yes, okay, you guys.
3 million.
I know you guys are well familiar with everything in the game, but you're okay. Does this always have like a weird cockeye angle to it when you pull up your wrist? Like, it's so strange that it's at like a 12-degree angle or so. It's not flat. Like you bring up your wrist and it's like you're leaning a little bit. Is that for everyone? Is that on purpose? There's not something wrong with my game, is there? I was like, this is idiotic. Why is it like this?
It's been so many years ago since I've had one.
It's because you're cool. You
It's
can't
like
just
you're
hold it
holding
normal.
it, you're
you gotta
holding it
hold
like-
to show the bling
Like you
a
got
little.
your bling out. You wanted
Yeah.
to see the gold on the reflecting
That's
in the
the whole
sunlight.
idea. You're just
Oh,
like, word.
Jesus. But now I have to like tilt my head slightly if I'm reading all my maps. And
You don't
shit.
need to keep the Pimp Boy.
How do I undo it?
You can de-pimpify yourself.
Okay, is there a quest for that, or how do you do it?
I think you can. Honestly, gosh, how do you remove the Pimp Boy 3 billion? Like it's something simple, but
Is it
I'm
okay?
sure
I'll look
it's
into
probably
that
at a
because
it might
it's
be
driving
it might
me
be at
nuts.
a crafting bench or something. Because I just get
Okay.
confused with all the new Pip Boy skins you can get in all the later games. But on that one, you might just have to go back and do it through Rick and Morty, or you do it at a crafting bench.
Go back to them and be like, hey, can you fix this, please?
Oh my god, that's so
Yeah,
funny.
I was just so confused. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I reloaded. Like, I thought it was like getting stuck in an animation and not quite getting like flat all the way. So weird. Anyway, stumbled into that, and I thought that was funny. Let's see. Yeah, my New Vegas play is around the Brotherhood.
I just
so
double
we'll
checked
mention
real
that.
quick.
Yeah?
You talked to Rick about it.
Okay.
And by Rick, I mean Mick. But yes.
Good stuff. All right. So the only other thing I did was game-wise this week. Lots and lots of the 3DS Golf, which showed up last week on Friday. So I didn't have a ton of time to play it then, but I played a ton of it this way. It's just like I was playing lots of other Mario / Nintendo golf games in the couple of weeks leading up to this. And it just blows them out of the water. It's so much better, so much fun. I don't know what it is. There's a couple little things I prefer in the older games, but just the thematics of it are amazing. It's like they have your normal sort of like looking courses, but then there's also these other courses you can start opening them up. And I got the Peach course, the Princess Peach course.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's so awesome. Everything is like pink, and the fairway is just slightly more lighter pink. The deep rough is like flowers and stuff, and like the bunkers are all star shaped, and there's
I love it already.
Oh my God, it's the best. It's just the fringe around the green is like little daisies and stuff. It's so cool. And I can't wait to open up like the Bowser level where there'll be like lava, like shooting fireballs in the sky and stuff like that. So, I've only unlocked
Had
like
a
the
Yoshi
first
level
course.
already.
Fuck Yoshi, that motherfucker! Oh God, I
You
hate
love
Yoshi.
Yoshi.
I used to love Yoshi until I played golf with him. That motherfucker always
He's so so good.
Oh, he's so fucking good, Yoshi. God damn
He's
him.
a shark. He is a shark.
In order to unlock the next ones, you have to, play in an actual tournament against the other players to unlock it, to earn, you know how unlocking things work. You've played video games before. But that motherfucking Yoshi each time has come from like 2 strokes down to beat me the last like 3 times I played. It's like, that motherfucker. And it's Yoshi every goddamn time. Ugh. I hate him right now. We're setting up
like
a
in
rivalry.
Mario Kart. Some people always give you the blue shell.
Oh, God.
Yoshi's just like that for golf.
Yeah. So anyway, been playing lots of 3DS golf and having a really good time with that. Really loving the Princess Peach courses. Hopefully I can get a little better to open up more of the courses and see what the other themed ones look like. Oh, and you can go into the shop and get coins and buy different outfits. And I think this is when they first started accessorizing a ton, where you could earn the coins and then go buy the stuff. And there's a turtle shell hat that I really want to get. That it just looks like you're wearing a turtle hat with a brim. I was like, oh, I want to go earn that one. That one looks great. So gonna try to unlock some stuff. All right, that's my gameplay for this week. Let's roll into some roundtable stuff.
What is it with the roundtable stuff?
What is our roundtable stuff this week, you guys?
So roundtable this week is a little bit undefined depending on your faction. Some factions had directives and imperatives. Some factions had, do what you want. So essentially,
yes.
You are told whether you're NCR, Mr. House, Legion, or Yes Man, kind of, to check out the Brotherhood. Yes Man doesn't officially send you to the Brotherhood. He just says, do you want to work with them, or,
hey, there's
them out or
these
ignore them.
guys over there. Do you?
Right. And I mean,
yeah.
I think he suggests dealing with them or handling them, but you can absolutely tell him to ignore them. And it's the same with the NCR. With the NCR, you can actually play and forge an alliance. So we'll hear about some of that with Ray and maybe what tack he took. But House and the Legion, you definitely have to take them out and destroy them.
Yeah.
So
NCR, I would assume as well, right? Didn't you? Wait, what did you just say about? Said
no,
you
and
said
NCR, you can have a truce with them. Believe it or not, even
really?
though that they
even
have
about
been
the
long-time
Helios
enemies.
battle, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, both sides have taken losses and they've got a really long history.
Yeah.
But the NCR is still more reasonable.
Yep.
Mr. House just wants to.
The commander made it very clear that she had no interest whatsoever in anyone making a deal with the Brotherhood.
But you can. But you can when you get there. But yeah, so the thing is that we don't necessarily have a specific quest to walk through. I mean, the basic one is Still in the Dark, and Still in the Dark takes you through a lot of the initial stuff with the Brotherhood. But then there's a bunch of little side quests you can do, and people might want to get into that in their feedback and talk about their story and such. So I will say, on my side, Calliope is going to work with the Brotherhood. And yes, man, she is not taking them out, because last time I played, I viciously destroyed the Brotherhood. I took out a lot of them and I blew up the bunker. So I wanted to change. I wanted to cleanse my conscience a little bit.
And then she pissed on the ashes.
Yeah. I mean, if just to get in the lore of the Brotherhood here a little bit to kind of cover it, the Brotherhood, they've been here in the Mojave longer than the NCR. And they actually, when the chapters kind of spread after they were losing against the NCR in the original California territory, and the different kind of chapters split and went different places from Lost Hills, this chapter was actually getting pretty well established here at first. I mean, they were a splinter group, and they were led by Elder Elijah. And one of the reasons why Elder Elijah was sent further away than some other chapters was because he was a bit of an eccentric guy. I don't know, remember, Ray, do you remember, did he come up through the scribes? I think he did, right? Because he was more of a technology-focused guy as opposed to like a knight.
Yeah, I think so, because he is more, more in the scribe vein than he is the paladin.
Very focused on harnessing and using technology. In a way, the Brotherhood wanted to protect humanity from it and use some of it, but only the stuff they understood, whereas Elijah was very deep into the experimental stuff and maybe taking things further. So that's one of the reasons why he was kind of set off with his splinter group over towards this area. And they established themselves in a hidden valley bunker, but they were pretty strong when they first got here because the NCR wasn't really here yet. And they were able to do things like take over the Helios facility for a while and a few other locations. But they started running into some trouble, and they got in scraps. And as the NCR expanded and got control of Hoover Dam and fought that, after that they were very much both in the territory, and they didn't mix well again. And so that was when, of course, as we know, the battle at Helios, where the NCR ended up routing, and almost half the Brotherhood chapter here ended up dying in that, from what we heard. And so that's when they retreated to Hidden Valley Bunker. And people don't know where they are, with the dervish system and all that they've got going on. So that's where they are at the beginning of the story, whereas they've lost a lot of their strength. They've retreated. Oh, and after that, of course, Father Elijah, too, kind of took off on his own ends and left them, and they didn't know what happened to them. So that's when, after McNamara ordered the retreat, he went from, I think it was a paladin, he went to elder. And so he's been elder ever since, and Elijah's been gone. And we're getting some of his story in the DLC. Like, we got some Elijah, of course, in Old World Blues, and we're going to get a lot more in a little bit in Lonesome Road, but a lot more in Sierra Madre Dead Money. So, and I heard you talking with Michael on the Skymatic about it in the order. And yeah, we are doing them out of order. We're doing them very out of order because, I mean, Honest Hearts makes sense doing early. But then it should be, of course, Dead Money, Old World Blues, Lonesome Road. And because I was worried about Andrew throwing his controller and breaking his TV and having to get a new Xbox or television, I said we'd do Dead Money last.
Watch, I guarantee it's going to be the one I like the most.
It probably, you know what? That's so often the case.
Yeah.
I mean, besides getting lost, it's a cool DLC. It's more of a horror game than a Fallout game. It's good times.
I like horror games.
Yeah, exactly.
Resident
exactly.
Evil 2, one of the best all-time games. Great.
Well, it channels a bit of Silent Hill and Resident Evil 2 in this. More Silent Hill, but yeah, it channels it a bit.
Sweet.
Absolutely. So anyway, that is the state of the Brotherhood when we get there. So in order to get in, when we're sent there are a couple ways you can enter. So you entered early, Andrew. I know early on and did stuff with them already.
Yeah.
Because you can access, if you have Veronica as a companion, and go in there. If you find one of the holotapes out in the field, because there are several lost patrols, if you find one of those holotapes, you can go to the door and talk to them even without Veronica, and then they'll demand that you turn over the holotape, but they'll come out and they'll allow you in, but they will want to take your weapons, and you can then say yes, or you can say no, and you can fight them right then and there.
Right.
Yep. Or you can get in and message them once your faction leader sends you at this point in the quest.
I didn't know they did that. That's fun.
Yeah. You couldn't get in unless you did one of those things. Veronica found a holotape, or were sent there by faction leader.
Do those holotapes spawn in the same spot, like every time? I assume it's not like you load in and they're
because they're part of the quest.
Okay.
Yep. So once you get in there, essentially, you get in, you talk to Paladin Ramos at the door, and then you speak with Elder McNamara. And...
So there is an alternate way to get in.
Oh, okay. What's the other way to get in?
Dynamite.
No. So when you first walk in, two paladins come out, and then another one slowly strides towards you. If you stay by the door,
okay,
he'll come all the way to you.
Because he's programmed to, he's going to come all the way to you.
He's gonna come to you and talk to you.
So leave the door unlocked behind him or something.
Yes. So when he gets about halfway, you duck behind some metal containers to the left, and there's a little path you can go through, and then there's a gap between them. And so I snuck around there, and then I snuck past the two guards that he had with him, and entered into the door that he had passed through. And so now there's another door a little farther away that has two paladins standing guard.
Right. Yeah.
So
you'll see them once you go in normally.
Yeah. So I went around behind those guys and I pickpocketed the key card from one of them.
Holy muffin humper, son of a bucket. I didn't know you. Okay.
And then I went inside. So now I had all my weapons and all my gear. I'm inside.
But you're not supposed to be there according to the normal game so far.
Sure.
Does that
So
cause scripting
then-
issues? Huh.
I'll let you carry on from there until we get to the next part of it.
Okay.
Well, I guess you already had. 'cause
I mean,
you
I
talked
kind of
about
am because
Godot.
you get to Elder McNamara after you get. I
Yeah.
mean, you
Well, the
talk to a few
first-
people on the way. You can explore a
the
little
first
bit,
one you talk to is the head of security,
and that's Ramos, Paladin Ramos. There.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or you sneak partway down the stairs and shoot him in the head with your silent sniper rifle.
Oh,
What the-
Ray.
I mean, that's the thing you could do, but nobody did, right? Did that happen?
Except me.
Oh my
Um,
god!
So then you go and so you can get one of the key cards off of him that you need, in air quotes, need to progress on. So,
Okay.
but if you go to the room to the left, which is his like little office area, there's also a computer in there. And if you if you've got strong hacking skills, so I mean, my character, I've just been dumping points into this character, and so I've got 100 sneak, I've got 100 science, I've got 100,
Right.
pretty much everything.
Yeah. No,
Um,
they are buffed.
So you hack into that computer, and also my character is very high intelligence, and so
So hacking is easy.
this very hard computer where there are 11 character words,
But you only have 5 to choose from because you're so smart.
but you only have one to choose from
No. Oh my! I didn't realize that
because
they got that
when-
low.
well when it stops when you get to one.
But with
but you
science,
can-
100.
You do the dead removal.
Oh, right. Yep.
And so I reboot. I only had one word left. So now I've hacked into that computer. And that lets you reset the targeting parameters on all of the turrets inside the bunker.
Noise.
And so I set it to, so that the turrets would attack anybody from the Brotherhood of Steel. And then I sat there and I listened until the shooting stopped.
It's really odd that the security force and the IT department left that option on the network.
In hindsight, I'm sure they're thinking that it wasn't a good idea.
No, it was probably a very bad idea. And I mean, when you go through, like previously when I destroyed them, you can go to the, this auto destruct computer there and
Yeah, we'll get
and
there
set
eventually.
it to blow. Yeah. But so what did you get on this computer that you hacked that worked?
So it let me turn the turrets in the building to my side.
Yeah, shoot BOS.
So
on
now they
site,
don't
right.
shoot me, they shoot Brotherhood.
That is incredible. Okay, so you just went on the attack. I was wondering if because you managed to, stealth kill everybody, if they weren't even hostile to you yet at this point.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even get to take that chance because you got to get right by them in order to get to where you need to go.
Yeah, I mean there are a lot of people in the actual bunker once you get in there.
No, I was
really-
gonna say I think the top floor and the basement are okay, but that middle floor, if they catch wind of you, it can get hairy pretty quick.
There are a lot of them. Yeah, in the first room on the right there's the barracks room, the sleep room. There's the school area. There's a lot of stuff down too. I really like the setup of the bunker. I think it's got a cool feel. I like the way it's like a brown vault, but it's like slightly more military. It's got the glow, like everything has this kind of like yellow
The
glow as
grating
opposed to
on the floor, I
Vault
like
Tech
that.
gray and green and blue. Yeah, it's really cool.
They changed the footfall sound too. I like that. It's really
Yeah,
sounds cool
they
running
gave
around
it-
in there.
Good sound design, the way it echoes, and the fact that if you are fighting them, they can shoot you through the grate in the floor.
Yes,
You know,
that's
you're not
that second
protected.
floor has. Okay, so the second floor is like 2A and 2B because there's like little stairways with the grating in between. So yeah, that was annoying when I was melee when they were running around shooting me from underneath the fucking floor, and you're like, "Where's the goddamn staircase?" Now I'm more familiar with the layout of the building, so I know where the staircase is. But like the first time I did it was melee was so fucking frustrating with people being able
You
to shoot up through
feel-
the grate at you. Yeah.
You're like a zoo animal with like the people poking at you, and you try to
Exactly.
swipe with your little claws. and you can't get them.
Rawr.
Rawr. But I wasn't hostile with them. So, I got in there and I talked with the elder, and that's when he tells you, to go and deal with this ranger that's been holing up in one of the other little bunker areas, little Quonset buildings there next to things. So you go out and you can either, just take him out, or you can talk with him if you're friends with the NCR. Ray, you didn't do any of this stuff, most likely. The
It
regular
was not
quest chain.
necessary. No.
It was not necessary. But I did the speech version. I have a feeling some of our friendos are going to maybe be punching their way through this ranger. But there are speech options, and you can, talk him down, go back, tell the elder you dealt with that. And that's when he tells you, like, okay, you've already shown that, you are a little bit trustworthy, or at least for an outsider, you're willing to deal with some of these things. We need someone who can get outside and go outside. And we've already lost some troops and patrols. So the elder sent out patrols. He doesn't tell you why he sent out patrols, but he tells you that he sent out patrols, that he wants to know what their fates are, what happened to them. So you then go and you have to find these 3 patrols. At this point that I went in, Calliope had already found the one at Repcon HQ. So there are 3 locations. There's Repcon HQ, there's Black Mountain, and there's up near Nellis Air Force Base. So I had found the ones at Repcon HQ back a while before. Black Mountain I had to get, and Nellis up with the boomers I had to get, but that was easy enough because I already done the boomers.
These
I
are
had done
just like
Mountain,
hollow tapes off of dead bodies or something, right? Is that what these are?
That's really all it is.
Yeah, the one up at
Mission report, holotapes. You let them know.
it
Let
wasn't
them know
a
what
big
you
mountain.
found.
What'd you say? Black
Mountain, where
Mountain.
Tabitha is in Rhonda.
Yes. Yeah, right. Okay, you get it
Which,
out of a
but-
trailer up there, right? Yeah.
By the way, silly thing that I had kind of forgotten. So in my head, over the last couple of years, when I hear battle cattle, I keep thinking battle cattle are what she's calling Brahmin. But
Battle
duh,
cattle, that's
it's
awesome.
not. Battle cattle doesn't mean Brahmin. Battle cattle means Caesar's Legion because they got the bulls on their clothing. And that's why she's talking about the entire troopers fighting the battle cattle.
I'd rather put armor on the Brahmin though. That's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the longest time, I probably knew this in the past, but yeah, over the years, I just started thinking battle cattle, because of the way the Nightkin don't like the Brahmin. So I'm like, and she's Nightkin. So I'm like, yeah, it's all about the Brahmin. But no, battle cattle, she's talking about legionnaires with the bull and the bear. So just a fun little
Bull and the
tidbit.
bear.
But yeah, so you grab those holotapes, you bring them back to the elder, and then he's especially, he's actually kind of pleased. At that point, he lets you start buying and selling. You can help yourself to some of the requisitions. You can start doing other quests, because up to this point, you really have limited access to things here. But now, while you can't get, there's some gear that is off limits, you can go to their weapons range area. You can buy and sell some. You can go to a few things. You can do the quest, which I haven't done this time yet. The computer one where you're helping track down the computer virus.
What the fuck is up with that?
Yeah,
I think I played that for 3 days straight, like trying to figure out what the fuck is happening. Is there a pattern to this?
It's just
Lord.
being fast enough and hacking quickly. Yeah. It's not that bad, but it takes several tries. Absolutely. But so you get all these, and so at this point he says, excellent. And he tells you a little bit more, and that he has some, were they scouts that were lost?
Yeah, you have to go find 3 scouts. Yeah, they send you out like multiple times to go find 3 holotapes, 3 missing people, but 3 this, 3,
The Brotherhood, they like their 3s.
They send you out for 3s.
It's funny because the song We 3 isn't in this game, even though it's in all the others. Who knows? That would be perfect for this, for the Brotherhood. But so you got to go find the scout reports. And they're out by the Powder Gangers, out in Nipton and over in Nelson. So if you haven't done stuff with the NCR and stuff, Nelson is still going to have Legionnaires in it. But if you have, helped the NCR retake Nelson, it's going to be NCR over there, which means not much fighting at this point. But that's a whole nother quest line, which I have a feeling that Ray did a bunch of stuff for the NCR. I'm assuming you did the Camp Forlorn Hope stuff, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because there are the 2, right? Camp Golf is the big building, and that's where you get the troop ship shape and all that stuff. A few side quests there, but Camp Forlorn Hope has a pretty large. Obviously McNamara, but sorry, not McNamara, McCarran. McNamara's the elder, but so there's a bunch of stuff there. But I really love all the NCR stuff. Calliope hasn't done too much of it yet this playthrough. a little bit of the Forlorn Hope just because I like the location. I like the feel of that, and I like helping. They're in dire straits on the edge there. I like helping them. But so you get all the scout reports. You're back to McNamara, and then he lets you know something that nobody else in the bunker knows. You know that the dervish system and the air filtration system is failing. Things are getting clogged. Things aren't working as well. Parts need replaced, and that is actually why these patrols were out looking for these parts, and that's why they died. So he sends you to talk to one of the mechanic technology. Knight Lorenzo is his name. Knight Lorenzo. And Knight Lorenzo tells you about it, but he's like, now I'm going to have your death on my conscience. And you like ask, why? And it's because, this is what these patrols were looking for. They got sent out. They didn't come back. But so you have to now go get more things. And how many things do you have to get, Andrew? Do you remember?
Is it 2 or 4?
2 is not the right number unless you then proceed to 3.
3 it be.
3 it be. You need 3 more. So yeah, you got to go to Vault 11, Vault 22, and Vault 3. Which, if you add 11 and 22 together, it equals 33. There's a conspiracy here. There is a conspiracy.
Oh my God. Numerology.
Just saying. So you get all these parts, and you're like, dang, the Brotherhood, this is their fallback. They're like, if you haven't been to these locations, we're going to send you to all these locations for all these things. There's like 9 separate things you got to find here. And not every location has stuff happening, but it's like near things that are happening. So it's very involved. But long story short, you get that back. You go to Elder McNamara. You have access to Brotherhood of Steel safe house. And I think you're essentially inducted. You're not like high level yet, but you have access to pretty much everything, and you can now get further quests. And you can also, during this thing, you can also work with Harden instead, Paladin Harden. I didn't do that, but that's the thing that you can do with Paladin Harden. And then you start doing the Chain That Binds quest line, which is a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that's the, is that the one where there's sort of the other faction within who are dissenters and want to replace Elder McNamara and all that?
Yep. And he doesn't want to do it, violently. He wants to do it properly because he has respected McNamara up to this point. Right. And he does respect, the chain that binds as it is. But,
so you have to go find evidence in the computer about how he operated out of order somehow, right? He wants to prove that I forget exactly what the context was because it's been a couple months now since I did it, but do you remember the backstory? What the problem there was?
Yeah, as I think essentially he wanted to say that the way McNamara had used some of those troops and patrols that went out that he was sending to find things without telling him did not go through the proper chain of command, and avoiding the chain that binds and sending scouts and lower level knights and stuff without letting their paladins know or their commanders know what they're doing.
He was skipping the order.
Right.
Okay. He was
and hiding things from the people who should know as their superiors.
Right. And they said, and they brought this up in the show too, right? That in the Brotherhood, you never speak to anyone who is not directly above or below you. Right?
Obviously, you can speak to them. You can fraternize, but
command.
But
right?
They're very strict about chain of command. Yep. So they call it the chain that binds, which is just because the Brotherhood, they're very about their rituals and their fancy names. But yeah, it's chain of command, really. Yep.
Very cool.
Yep. So that's the whole deal there, and you have to use the computer virus is part of that when you take that route.
Okay.
Which,
now
again,
is he just using that as an excuse? Like, is he really have a personal thing against McNamara, and he's just like, well, I really want to be the elder, but so I got to get this guy out.
So it's not about personal glory. In my opinion, the way I look at it is that, like I said, he does respect McNamara. He's been a good head paladin up to this point, but he's seeing how the Brotherhood is slowly suffocating down here. You know what I mean? Like, by the policies that McNamara has put in place, by his need to hide and hide again, and just send out people in small groups that are then being taken down and always being too tentative with things, that it is killing the Brotherhood, at least this chapter. And so he
wants to get him out and about.
Right. And he's not going to do something violent. He's not going to have a coup. But yes, he's using this as an excuse to kind of make that happen, is how I look at it.
I get it. Right.
Yeah. But long story short, that's the main quest. And see, then there's other spin-off quests, and you can get in deep with the Brotherhood. You can do other things with them. I haven't done much of that yet. I just did all this. I got things set with them, and then I told Yes Man that we're gonna ignore him, which he didn't think that was the best idea. But I told him, no, don't worry, they're cool. And I'm not sure he believed me, but So Ray, I jumped ahead a little bit. Back to you, but something tells me you didn't go look for 3 scouts either, or 3 pieces for fix the ventilation system.
No, I looked for one computer.
The one that goes boom.
Everybody on the top level was dead. So then I slipped down into the second level. I had to kill a couple of scribes to sneak through that area where the computers are. Then I got down to the room with all of the training pods in it. And the scribe that's down there, I took him out just to make things a little bit easier, and then went over to the computer.
Mm-hmm.
The computer said, you need 3 key cards in order to set off the self-destruct mechanism.
Oh, right.
I said, really? Do I
forgot about
really
that.
need 3 cards?
Yeah, you need
Or
3,
can
didn't
I
you? It was
have
3.
Science 100?
Oh, no. Of course.
And so I was able to hack the computer.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Man,
So
it really
I
pays off.
I hacked the self-destruct computer and set it to self-destruct. And at that point, they're no longer interested in whether, you should be there or not. And you can just walk right out of the bunker and it explodes behind you.
Walked right out that door. Walked right out that door.
Yeah, walk right through the door. I walked right through the door.
Boom. Yeah.
So, yeah, this all went very quick for me. Except for the one restart I had to do at the beginning when I let the guy get too close to me, and he engages you in conversation. And I said, okay, I got to restart and not let him get as close before I slip around and sneak past him to get inside the bunker.
Awesome possum. How about you, Andrew? Any other recollections? Did you go back? I mean, you're Mr. House, right?
Yeah.
So you were forced to kill them at this point, and actually, you were not looking forward to that because they were your only friends.
And you'll have to remind me exactly what happened, but I got entangled with the Brotherhood sort of unintentionally way early in my gameplay because I had accidentally happened upon post 158 or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what the location's called, where I think that's where I picked up Veronica and sort of interacted, and I'm like, oh, I've always had a chip on my shoulder about the Brotherhood. Let's check out Veronica, see what she's about. And I really liked having her around. I thought she was really awesome. And that was fun exploring sort of like the Brotherhood stuff, like, and her inner turmoil and the relationship of her and the Brotherhood of Steel. And I forget all the details by this point, but just sort of that sort of fun evolution with her and the Brotherhood and all of that. And I remember being really
questioning
nice.
her place and her upbringing and everything there. Absolutely.
And what was the falling out of? Can you remind me what her relationship was? Ray, you don't ever play fucking companions, so do you even know this sort of stuff when you play? Like, have you taken Veronica before?
I have had her before. And I think it's that she was, she didn't want to play it safe. She wanted to go out and explore.
So she's with that other
Wanderlust.
dude. What was that other guy? Who's the other guy? Not McNamara, but
Hardin. But
Hardin.
It's not like she necessarily got along with Hardin, especially. But yeah, but she was one that wanted to get out more.
Mm-hmm.
But she also, she was just
When
she's
did you
her
get out? Well,
own
she was
character.
already out.
Bit of a
you
dreamer.
find her
Adventurous.
out.
Well, and that's why she volunteered to get sent on recon missions, because I believe she even kind of says, like, sometimes she thinks she's sent on recon missions because they don't like having her underfoot, so she gets to get out and do what she wants. And also, they don't have to deal with her for a while,
With her, that nosy
She-
girl.
There's a little bit of Piper about her in that way, where she,
Oh, yeah,
she
exactly.
doesn't 100% fit in, even
I
though
get
she
that.
lives there.
I get that.
Yep.
So, yeah, all of my other stuff that I remember off the top of my head was, like, Veronica-related down in there. But, yeah, the computer virus thing, did that. Of course, all of the 3 fetch, like the holotapes, the people, the missing, battle scenes or whatever. Yeah, I'm trying to think of... Oh. Victor showed up down there once.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that you had that happen like 3 months ago. Victor popped in and crashed your game,
I'm like,
in the bunker.
What the fuck are you doing down here, bro?
Yeah, I think at least one other person had that too. Like, just ridiculous, right? Like, of all the places.
So strange. And,
but he can get in anything.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't go to the Lucky 38, Victor shows up, everywhere you go.
He follows you until you go to the Lucky 38.
He's hounding you. Mhm.
Hey, by the way, you should check out this other little place called the Lucky 38. It's like, thanks, partner.
But yeah, but you went in, and when did you end up destroying them? Was it just the past week or two that you did to go in and do the fighting? And did you just, like, at this point fight, or how did you handle it?
Well, I didn't want to do this, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I was kind of debating whether to buck my assignment and not go with Mr. House. But then I'm like, at this point, I don't think the BOS is a main enough, faction to play through the rest of the game. Like,
Yeah.
they
have an effect, but you have no
vilified by the NCR and the Legion, and so I think my only choice is like Mr. House by this point. If I'm vilified by everybody, right?
Yeah, I mean, and yes, man, of course, but you're playing to your faction, which is Mr. House, so you have to take them out.
So I was just, because Veronica, and we ran through there and did all the missions for McNamara, and I was doing all of the side missions for the other guy too, up to like, and I would stop if it was going to get me to a point where
Right.
McNamara was going to get mad or something. But like, I was trying to explore a lot of this stuff down there. It was definitely the most I've ever fleshed it out.
So did you not take them out? Is that what you're saying?
No. I had to,
Oh.
assignment, whatever, Mr. House. I tried it. See, I'm allowed in, so I just moseyed on in, went right down to the computer.
Right.
They don't care. I have access to the whole building. And I was trying to figure out a way, like, if I sneak and do it, like, because I just went down there and I popped it on, and then it was like, self-destruction, activated. The person standing next to me turned and started shooting at me immediately, and I just sort of like killed as many people as I could as I was running out the building. You know what I mean? But then I was like, that doesn't feel good. So I tried it, a couple different ways. I was like, okay, let me see if I can, because I want to kill everyone on my way out, even though I'm killing everyone anyway with the explosion or whatever. I don't want to shoot these people. Can I just sneak, hack the computer, and then sneak out? But that didn't
They're
work
gonna blow.
either. They're hostile anyway.
Yeah, they'll catch you.
They know, even though I was in sneak mode, they know that I set it off. And
yeah, that part's a little bit lame, because you should be able to set it and sneak. I mean, and you can sneak. I think you can sneak through the first room, but once you get into the bunker proper, there's no way you're getting past
like,
people.
Hey,
Yeah.
breep, breep. Yeah, they all go after you. So I did end up blowing it up, right? You leave. You know, the wind machine is all turned off, of course. There's no sand cloud hiding anything anymore. And all the vents above ground are like there's a thick plume of black smoke
Yeah.
pouring out of all
They
of
really
the...
do rub it in. Yeah, Ray saw that too. I did last time I played. So yeah. You just gotta kind of think of what you did for a
Oh
bit.
my God. I smell, power armor roasting on an open fire. So gross. But
Yeah.
what I thought, did you have something, Ray?
It was just a little bit easier for me because I had never met a single one of them before.
Oh, right. Yeah. Your character didn't have a personal relationship with these people for months. What I thought the funniest part was, you know how you get your announcement, your relationship announcement, each time you like rank up or down with someone's reputation level?
Mm.
Right.
It was like, you are now vilified. Okay. I've seen like you are vilified or you are idolized and all that. But it said this one was like, you are vilified by this faction, though they still acknowledge that you have done plenty of good things.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
You've done so much for them that it's mixed. That's the thing with reputation. Yeah.
I'd done
Reputation in Vegas is like that.
I'd done so well that it didn't matter that I killed all of them. Like it was just like
it does.
Just
You're like the untrustworthy friend.
Well, kind of whatever about it.
It is such a funny thing in New Vegas how that can happen. Because with any faction, you have that route. You have the purely bad, the purely good, and the mixed. And you can kind of get in there too, just like with Karma. So it's neat.
I got a good chuckle. I wonder if I probably took a screen capture. See if I took a screen capture of that, because I was like, that is odd. I should have. I just thought I've been vilified. Yeah. So that was. I tried to sneak out, couldn't figure out how to do that. See, any other thing to mention? Oh, I'm surprised. Like this isn't specifically about this quest, but I'm surprised how often I could kill Brotherhood soldiers out and about and still not get any bad reputation with the Brotherhood. Like I had tons of power armor in my inventory, like not only the first time when I walked through the door, but there was like some time when they're like, there's a band of Brotherhood people out there, because there's a sort of rift in the faction, like we mentioned. But like one time you come out, and I forget what the circumstances are, but one time you come out and there's a band of Brotherhood just all waiting for you with their rifles pointed at you. And it's like because they don't want you going out looking for the holotapes or something like that. Or they I don't know what it is. I forget exactly. But
I mean, well, that's the ones you're into with Veronica,
you
too.
get in a battle with them and you take their power armor. And so I had like 12 sets of power armor just sitting around.
Yeah.
And like, why aren't they like,
well,
you
some
have
of
a
them don't count against
suspicious
you.
amount of helmets in your bag. What's going on there? Oh, these are not trophy helmets, sir. I swear these aren't going up on my wall. These are going up on my wall at home.
But yeah, so the ultimate both super positive and super negative reputation is called Wild Child with them. And then the one where they like you more than they dislike you is called Dark Hero. Maybe that's where you ended up.
Dark Hero. That's pretty
Hero.
sweet. Sounds like my favorite comic book character.
And then the slightly negative, but they still really love you, is Good Natured Rascal.
Definitely not that one.
And then the worst one is Vilified. But then there's one, Soft Hearted Devil. That is one where they're really mad at you, but they kind of like you too. So it's a neat mix.
They're kind of okay. Yeah. So I got a chuckle out of that.
Yeah, they don't really know anything about me. So
right. You're just
the guy that they think they saw come into the bunker, but then lost, what happened to him.
And there aren't any of them left. Really didn't even think about it.
And then there was some computer virus that set the turrets against everybody. And I don't know. And then the place blew up. So the other thing that I had to do with the NCR was to take out Mr. House.
Oh, right. Yeah, you had that this week as well. You want to go through that real quick?
So probably the
Oh,
funniest
This is one of
part
the
about
best
it
things in the game, I think, right?
was that I had never been approached by the woman from the followers of the apocalypse before this,
Oh, okay.
because I'd only been in once and never went back.
Oh, she asked you to plant a bug or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
she said, but the funny thing was she said, we really want to know the technology that Mr. House uses to stay alive for so long.
Yeah, get some stuff about longevity. Mhm.
And I'm like, yeah, I can do that on my way up to kill him.
They're like, we want his longevity technology. And you're like, well, you
Yeah,
can probably
this
have
is-
access to it here pretty soon.
It's going to be really useful to you more than it will be to him from here on out.
He ain't gonna need it.
But yeah, so I just went in, and for this one, I used my robot hacking skills and
That's
hacked
fun.
the his security robots.
Is that under? Do they have robotics expert, or is that under hacker,
Yeah.
or what is it?
No, robotics expert.
Robotics expert. Okay.
So I shut off the robots, and then that let me, get into the computer that lets you into the antechamber.
Mhm.
And for that, I had the platinum chip on me that I'd gotten from Benny and hadn't used previously.
Right, because you never gave it to him.
Because I never went back to Mr. House. Went in. He was like, "Why? Why are you doing this?" And so I said, because the NCR is paying me to do it. Good night.
Yep.
Night.
The government. We know how much
I
you love
remember
them,
getting
Mr. House.
frustrated with the access point to the antechamber. Like I couldn't find it or something. I don't remember
It's
exactly
in
what
that
it is
wall
now.
terminal area there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's back behind the stairs, guarded by a curtain and a few Securitrons.
I think it was actually the curtain. Maybe I thought it was solid or something that
Yeah.
you could walk through or something stupid like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, so I went in and I had the computer kill him for me. I wouldn't get anywhere near that wrinkled old thing.
It's fair.
You might catch whatever he had.
Yeah, could be catching. You get mummy disease.
Get turned into a raisin. You took robotics expert. Was this because you knew that this sort of thing was coming up, or robotics expert is something you always take, or hey, I've leveled up 7,000 times. Why not just take this one too?
Yeah, I mean, I got it while I was in the big MT, and so I thought this might
Makes
come
sense.
in handy.
Right.
And I think I might have used it once or twice before this, but it's not something I typically take.
Okay.
But I was just running out of, perks to take.
I've got all the perks now.
So
But I'm glad you got Emily done. Now, after you took out Mr. House, which you did you go back to her? And did you talk to her after you left? Because if you don't, she can cause bugs later in the game.
yeah, no. So I went in, got the info, came back out, and gave it
Okay.
to her.
And then she said, "Oh, shoot, they already stopped it."
Yeah, and so and then I went in and took him out. So
Okay, that worked out good. Yeah, because I remember that she can sometimes, like Victor, appear where she shouldn't be because she wants to have that conversation with you.
no, yeah.
So can you
Yep.
go in, get the info, bring him back out, then go in and
Yeah.
kill him? Okay. I mean, I assumed you could do that, but
Yeah, because you have to, sneak to, to get the info, and then I just went back out.
is it
gave
just
to
in
her.
a terminal or
Just-
something? I assume, or
yeah, 'cause-
holotape or something.
Really, I didn't want to take a chance on not getting the reward for it. So
I've never messed around with the followers. Do they have as much of a presence as like the Brotherhood with all the side quests and stuff? Do they have a bunch of stuff to do?
not a ton, but they do have. You can get Arcade Ganon.
Oh, that weirdo. Good Lord. That guy's... I don't know if I'd want him.
My assigned companion. You don't like Arcane?
And
I
then
like
he's just a
Arcane.
snoot. I asked him to come
He is a
along,
snoot.
and he's like, I don't know. What do you
He's
read?
He's very picky. Yeah, no, he is. He is like that. Absolutely. He's a hipster. He's a follower hipster.
Totally is. You can really hear the mids if you right get the mids.
yeah, so that was I did House first, and then I did the Brotherhood, and it left a lot of time to play Fallout 4
Absolutely. Absolutely.
because it really didn't take me very long.
So
in either case,
yeah, you just
to get
shut down
these jobs
the
done.
robots, use the chip to get in, shut him down, walk
Yeah.
out, walk into the bunker, turn
Well,
on
so
that
then
terminal.
I had to
book
go
it.
all the way back to the dam
yeah.
and turn in the quest for Mr. House,
Uh-huh.
and then get the Brotherhood quest.
Oh, so you had one extra stop back at the
Yeah. So then I had to go back from there. So yeah, that was the hardest part.
about 10 minutes of gameplay.
That's great, though. That,
Destroying hundreds of lives. Just 10 minutes. Good job, Ray.
Yeah. It definitely went quick. The Brotherhood one kind of surprised me because I'd never done it this way before. I think the last time I actually, just went to destroy them, I ended up, doing the fight your way through method,
Right.
which was, very brutal.
A harrowing
this-
experience.
This way, if just sneaking past the guy at the door, the first guy you meet is kind of the key to that
That
whole
was slick.
process.
Right. That's how you get access. Otherwise, there's no other way in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're making me think. I mean, I haven't killed House yet, but I'm going to have to after next episode. Like, we're going to go do Lonesome Road is our next big thing. I mean, obviously next week we get feedback. Then we're going to do Lonesome Road the week after that. And that'll be fun. We're doing that just over, one episode, but that's fine because it's long, but it's not that long. Just,
I
and
better
it's
start
kind of
right
linear.
now. We only got
Kinda
one
linear.
week to play it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got 2, right? Unless you're going away again.
Well, I need to, get
Yeah.
on it because you know me. Getting lost every which way I go.
You just don't want to do it last minute. But no, Lonesome Road, you should get lost. It's mostly linear. But I have to kill Mr. House, which I haven't done yet. But I can't take over the S-Man ending if I don't. And because after Lonesome Road, we're getting into the end game.
Yeah, it sounds just by the sound of the title, Lonesome Road. It should be an
Yep.
uncomplicated map. I should not get
Right.
lost at all. It's just a straight walk.
Lonesome Maze.
I should be the
No.
only one there. Just a road and nobody else. That I can handle
Lonesome, a
that. I
path
can handle
diverged in a
that.
wooden eye. No. You.
The less traveled one, please.
Yes. Take the less traveled. It's quicker.
No, it's not. There's a trap in that path. Watch out. Jess is cackling with her fingers steepled.
I love that. But that does it for this quest. I take part
Kaboomin'.
in being the not evil one this time. So, well, I mean, it all depends on your perspective, of course. In the Brotherhood, and they weren't necessarily doing anything down there, but you understand why they need handled.
So,
But you can, with the NCR, you can broker a deal, even if that's not what she wants.
but the Brotherhood
Yeah.
isn't a major faction. Like, no one was assigned Brotherhood, right? You
No.
can't
No, because you can't.
represent the Brotherhood
There's-
at the dam, right?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
No, but you can make them more of a power by your choices.
They're just like the
afterward.
boomers. You're trying to get them on either side to
Mhm.
help. Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And with the Brotherhood, you're trying to either get them out of the way or you're trying to keep them from getting involved.
Have you played both ways where you keep all the factions away or invite all the factions to fight? Oh, and have you divided them up to like, ooh, some of you go over to NCR and some of you go to Legion? Can you do that?
last playthrough, I was super happy that we didn't do that, but I actually finished the entire thing for Mr. House without ever getting vilified or the Legion. The NCR fighting against me.
Wow.
I kept good reputation with the NCR right to the end. Yeah, it was awesome.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, took a little doing, but I just did a lot. Kept boosting them, and avoided things that would hurt them.
And would
But I
it be
think we got
possible
games to get to.
split the Legion and NCR, like to be like BOS, you go with the Legion, Boomers, you go with the NCR. Like,
Sure, and the cons
can
could stick
that?
with the Legion. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
fun.
The minor factions, how they play out, they could split, but it wouldn't really make that much difference in the final battle anyway.
No, okay.
It's more flavor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
because it's really not until you get to the final boss on either side
Yep.
that anything gets decided.
Okay. All right, guys. Looks like we got a little bit of game time here, real quick. Let's play a game.
What time is it? Game time! Woo!
So this week on Game Time, it's plus or minus before or after, more or less. One of those types of Will/Jess games. Andrew is learning how to play here. We mentioned earlier a project. We are making a holotape of our favorite Fallout songs. Then we're gonna make sort of like a tribute album, right? So lots of Fallout music chat has been abound in the community.
Yes.
So before or after, we are going to go through a few of our favorite songs in the Fallout universe, and I just want you to tell me, did this song come out before or after this other song?
The date of release for the songs themselves?
All you gotta say is
Holy
before or
muffins.
after.
Let's go. Let's go.
Jess,
I'm ready.
which before or after? All right. I don't want to set the world on fire is our starting point here. Jingle, jangle, jingle. Is that before or after? I don't want to set the world on fire.
I'm going to say after. Don't Want to Set the World on Fire was probably early 40s ink spots, and I think Jingle, Jangle, Jingle was later.
You are absolutely correct. Good job.
Yeah.
All right, Ray. Was Orange Colored Sky before or after Jingle, Jangle, Jangle?
After.
It was after. Good job. Jess, personality? Personality. Before or after?
Boy. So
Orange
after Orange
Colored
Colored Sky. I feel like these two are probably very contemporary. I feel like they're very similar time period.
Yes.
I'm going to go before for personality.
It is before. Good job. Ray?
Awesome.
Pistol Packin' Mama, before or after personality?
After.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Ray. That's our first miss. You guys have been doing really well. All right, Jess, over to you. Is Stars of the Midnight Range, which is evidently a New Vegas song. I don't know that one. Stars of the Midnight
Stars
Range.
of the Midnight Rangers. Yeah.
Before or after Pistol Packin' Mama?
I'm going to say after for that.
It is correct. Good job.
Okay, good.
All right, Ray, my favorite. Civilization. The Bingo Bango Bongo song. Was that before or after Pistol Packin' Mama?
Before.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Ray. You're getting smashed here. Jess is cleaning house. All right, Jess. Grandma Plays the Numbers. I also really like that one. I think it's a really funny song. Grandma Plays the Numbers, before or after?
Man, Grandma Plays the Numbers. That's going to be before.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Just with
to
her
go.
first miss. Okay. Just a couple
but
more.
When was
here.
it then? Was that 60s at that point? I figured it was still like
No, Grandma Plays the
mid-50s.
Numbers was 1948, it says here.
Okay, so
right.
wow. We're back a bit. Civilization was earlier than I thought. I would have put that at like 55, 56.
Yeah, all of these, I don't want to actually reveal yet, but just a couple more here. Ray, It's a Sin. Was It's a Sin before or after Grandma
Well, that's easy. It's
Plays
by the Pet
Numbers?
Shop Boys. It was 80s.
It's a Sin. Yeah, that song fucking rules.
See, now I've lost track of the before, after.
Before or after?
Before, after.
The last one was
After,
48.
after.
So we know that much at least. Last one was 48.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have revealed that yet. Damn, now you know positioning.
So I still am out of sequence, so I'll just go with after.
Oh, it's got to be before. Yeah, It's a Sin was before. All right. So last one.
It's a sin to tell a lie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay.
What's
the last one?
Last one here. A wonderful guy.
Oh.
A wonderful guy. Is that after? Or
No, we're going before
before
even.
It's
That
a
was even
Sin?
before It's a Sin.
Oh my goodness, that one was
No.
after 1949.
Double strike to end it. Oh, we started
Gee
strong. We
whiz, you
ended
guys
weak
really
in the
were cleaning
night.
house earlier, and then I said something, and then it just switched the tides.
Well, if they were all in the 40s, they were pretty
They
close.
were.
So.
We got 41 through 50. The order was I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire, Jingle, Jangle, Jingle, Pistol Packin' Mama, Stars of the Midnight Range, Personality, It's a Sin, Civilization, Grandma Plays the Numbers, A Wonderful Guy, and last is Orange Colored Sky. That was the one song per year there. So that
Such a
is
good
before and
range.
after, guys. Thanks for playing.
What time is it? Game time!
Do we have perhaps a nice juicy can of bits?
Jessica, to the office, please. Jessica, to the office. Your iguana bits are ready. Please come pick them up.
There's
Guys, this is a buffet of bits tonight. Andrew, it is a buffet of bits. You were wandering up there. You got
sweet.
yourself a big old skewer. You got yourself, dare I say, a stick. And you're not going to whole iguana on a stick. No, you were going to get a smish, smash, smorgasbord, every kind of bit up there. Smorgasbord. I got a little bit Swedish chef there for a minute.
Yeah, you did.
And,
That's great.
and you put them on your stick, and you're going to eat them bits.
Have you
So-
been to a Brazilian meat sword place? Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Oh, I love a good Brazilian steakhouse. Yes. Yes.
Can,
it's been
can
a
I have the
while.
meat sword, please?
That's where you get, that was the inspiration for Meat Week. Like that's Graham's favorite thing. He's recreating Meat Week every summer with his meat cook.
Oh, good
Loves
meat.
Get the meat sweats for real. Oh, sausage and ham and Dr. Pepper brats. Oh,
You
they
didn't
better
get
have
those
Dr.
yet,
Pepper
did
brats from
you?
the meat house. No, I didn't. I was so angry. Anyway, we don't need to get into that. Yeah, I gotta find a place that actually carries them. I don't want to have to special order them. Like through the mail. I'm not gonna order brats through the mail. What is this?
Mail brats, please.
They come like in a thing of dry ice, with just like a weird package of like brats.
Vacuum sealed, yeah.
Anywho, first up on our smorgasbord of weird bits on a sticks, Fallout 76 was at the BAFTAs. Yeah, the BAFTA Game Awards were earlier today on Friday. John Rush posted a picture of himself, all looking dapper in a suit, looking fly, going in to attend the BAFTAs because Fallout 76 was nominated for the Best Evolving Game. I love when they kind of recognize, like, this is for live service games, but 76 doesn't often get included in the big ones, because it usually goes to, like, the big ones everybody knows. The couple of top MMOs, couple of top live service shooter games, No Man's Sky, and No Man's Sky 1. But still, 76 was at the BAFTAs, so.
Remind me what BAFTAs means. The British Art, let's see.
Yeah, the British, I think it's the
Awards,
British Academy of
British
Television's
Academy
Arts
of
and Sciences, or Fine Arts and Sciences.
Fine. Is it theater
Yeah.
arts or something? Yeah, I don't even know.
It might be theater arts, yeah. So, but here are the actual winners. The quick list of the big awards. Claire Obscure got Best Game. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 got Best Narrative, which, deserving from what I understand, it was one of the best RPGs last year. For Best British Game, they got to, acknowledge the home turf. That went to Atomfall, which, good choice. And that's about the win
nice.
scale thing. It's kind of like British Fallout. Not like as fully British Fallout as Fallout London, but up there. Technical achievement went to Ghost of Yotei, which gorgeous game. Evolving game went to No Man's Sky. Of course, well deserved. Did you hear they added Nokomon? Crazy. Game design went to Blueprints, which we talked about that. You guys know I was on my Blueprints kick for a couple weeks last summer. Great game. Kind of like Myst meets narrative adventure meets like a little house escape room game. Really neat.
Yeah.
And in fact, Blueprints is both about like the Prince Royal title and an inheritance for the family, but also the blueprints of the house. It's very clever.
Yeah, I played
So,
a couple hours of that game. That was interesting.
it was interesting, right? Like, I do think it was I think they roadblocked you a little bit too much. Like, there comes a point where a person's the one more run thing. You're like, I didn't make it far enough the last couple of tries. I'm done. You know,
Right.
But it was good. And then Best New IP went to South of Midnight, which is cool. The Xbox New Orleans set kind of Louisiana folklore game. Really cool, and a bit of a musical too. So yeah, South of Midnight, that's a fun one. I was glad it got some recognition. So anyway, just wanted to mention that we were nominated. 76, we were nominated for BAFTA. Didn't win it, but John went out there and it was awesome. Here's something that we'll all be able to go to soon. No, not England. It is called The Pit. Yes. So you guys know the Capital Wasteland project. I've talked about it a few times. Originally recreating the Capital Wasteland of Fallout 4, but then they switched to working on, as they lost to some of their devs, they switched to kind of working on the DLC. And so they released Point Lookout in Fallout 4, fully functional, almost everything implemented, runs really great. Well, they did the Pit World Space. I think I mentioned that on the bits a year and a half ago or so. And that it's been fleshed out more. And so you can do the pit itself, but they are actually releasing the Wasteland Project Pit expansion. And so they're going to do a whole land area of original content and stuff set around the pit itself. It's going to become a hub area for this new content. And they're going to do it in a bit of a Fallout 3 style, but with a little bit more Fallout 4 inspiration to kind of bring the two together and have a whole new land space. And they've been teasing it. They've teased it twice in the last week. And they said they'll have an announcement soon. So hopefully for those of you playing Fallout 4 who want to enjoy the pit or, go to a new world space, they're going to have that soon. And we'll hear more about that. I'm going to shut that out. Also, exciting developments. Like I said, these are very random bits, but they're all really good. So hopefully they're good together. New Fallout fan film out on YouTube called Echoes of the Wasteland. And this is one of those, this is a true fan film. So it's funny. They kind of mention in the intro of this fan film that recently a lot of fan films have actually been pretty high production budget type dealios, where they do a lot of crowdfunding, stuff like the Axonar type thing, or, I just saw that I made chat hungry talking about these juicy, delicious bits, the kind that you can put your stick into and just really good times. But sorry, don't mean to make anybody hungry. I make myself hungry. But this is the kind of fan film that's a little bit more rough, a little bit more, Rooty Tooty, fresh and fruity.
Is there any way I can get a Rooty Tooty fresh and fruity?
It's just a couple of people with their garb and their cosplay and their cameras and no budget. And they made a pretty great film. It's 57 minutes long. I mean, well, including credit stuff, it's 57 minutes, but it's a good 50 minutes long and really good story. But the kind of thing that those of you who have, gone to conventions in the 2000s, and before we had the better production budget type projects we get these days, it's a little bit lower budget, but it's a good story. There's some great cosplay. A No Sleep Till Cosplay Does an Assaultron is in it. So we've got some actually really good armor and props and all that, but it's all, stuff that they kind of provided and made or just acquired at no cost. So good thing. Check it out. I recommend it. Echoes of the Wasteland. We should put the link in the show notes along with your music poll. Yeah. In the world of Fallout 76, it is currently double XP, y'all. So while you're listening to this, unless, doing the right thing would be listening to us and playing the game at the same time. That's the classic move. That is what you should do. But yeah, so it's double XP until Tuesday morning, I think. At least Monday, probably Tuesday morning. And then come Tuesday, we are getting the Rip Daring mini season. So that's when we're going to get 2 weeks of Rip Daring stuff. You can spend your tickets that you earn through either the mini season challenges or the regular challenges. That's the flexibility of the new system, is that you can just spend tickets to get them. So you can actually not do what you're supposed to do and still get some of the rewards. But then you got to do more stuff at the end to finish up the season. So, it's give and take, but it's roll your own, choose your own adventure. Good times. That is it on the calendar for now until we get scorched at the end of the month for some goodness gracious reason. Nobody knows. Nobody knows why we're getting scorched. Oh, Solior is asking if there are any good awards for the Rip Daring mini season. There was a data mine, and I haven't watched it. I'm bad. I did not look ahead on this. Let me see if I can pull up one of the data miners, see if we can get these. Yeah, so, okay, Nuke and Knights has some stuff on it up already. So, Rip Daring Weapon Expert for the mini season. We are looking at some good figures. We're getting some Rip Daring figure, Vault Boy style figures. Really kind of cute. Put it in your camp, put it wherever. We're getting, let's see, there's a bounty buff you can get. There is, oh my gosh, there is a cow flare. If you want to have a cow on your backpack, get a cow flare. It's pretty cool. There's looks like a cow skull mask. And we're getting some new titles. Sharpshooters, Arsenal. Oh, there's a Rip Daring pinball machine. That's freaking killer. Andrew, I know this is the kind of thing that you would like. Have you played any of the pinball machines in the game yet? Any of the new pinball machines they've added?
I have not.
They're cool. I mean, you can't actually like play it. It's not like, you know, in full Grognak and the Ruby Ruins where you can actually play it in the game. But still, they're
Come
really cool
on.
looking. They put a lot of work in the animation. So yeah, and there's a jetpack display, a number of things. So those are the rewards for y'all listening. Let me see. Oh, yeah, the other title. If you get, you know how you got to get sometimes both? So I think if you get both of them, you're going to get the title Ripped, that's kind of fun, you know, because Rip Daring, but instead like Ripped. People are going to like that. Ripped like a tissue paper cannon, right? Right? We're bringing it back. Okay. Let's see. Oh, at the Atomic Shop this week. I should mention what we have in there. So we're getting the Ghoulish Getup Garb, if I remember correctly. The Ghoulish Garb outfit. And a free Vault 33 suit. So if you didn't pick up the Vault 33 Vault suit back when the show first came out, you're going to have the Vault 33 Vault suit up again. Let me just see if I can find what is included in the Ghoul. Nope, I don't have a list of what's included in the Ghoulish Garb bundle. I apologize, y'all. Have to check it out yourself, but, you know, I assume it's Ghoulish Garb. Maybe the Ghoul Mask again. I don't know. And then finally, and this one is for Steve, and maybe a few other people, the new Fallout Shelter season is out. It has just started, and it is an Enclave themed season this time. Enclave themed. And, you know, Steve wants other people to play. Steve wants you to check it out. Do it for Steve.
Do it for Steve, you guys.
Yeah. No, he asked in Discord, though, if anybody else is looking into playing, they should check it out. Would love to kind of go through. So going through the seasons, I thought this was the third, but it is technically the fourth because there were 2 seasons at the beginning that were New Vegas themed. So it went New Vegas theme season 1 and 2. Then the Scorched theme for Appalachia, which I mentioned last time when we got Valdez. And now this one is Enclave themed. There's a gold bar mechanism where you kind of get gold bars and trade them in for prizes. You get a spin on the wheel of capitalism, they call it, because Fallout Shelter is nothing if not thematic and a lot of fun. Fallout Shelter is kind of like playing a little slot machine in a way, right? But yeah, so just looking to find some people. Beyond that, that's pretty much it for the bits. I want to give a friendly welcome to Creepy Bro, who has jumped in. Creepy Bro just jumped into our Discord last week, and he's been very active, sharing some pics and chatting and stuff. He's been a theater company enjoyer in the past, and so after watching the show, he's like, I kind of
Awesome.
want to jump in on their Discord. Yeah,
Welcome.
so he did, and that pretty much is it for the bits.
All right. Juicy bits. I believe that wraps the main content. Have a couple of shouts here on our way out the door. I would just like to thank Calm Horizons, you know, our dedicated feedback guy, who came up with the idea for us to spoof Paul Simon's song Graceland with a Weird Al style parody for call it Wasteland and just put Fallout stuff in. So, you know, I prompted and prodded in the group a little bit, got people to churn out a few words and ideas and help me get some lines down and generate some lyrics. So that was much appreciated, group. And so I pumped that out, and I've got, basically the foundation of it. So now We're going to encourage anyone in the community who wants to help layer stuff on. You know, you play a little guitar, you like to sing, you like to make videos on the side, you make like little... You do art in some fashion. There's many ways to participate that aren't like musical.
We love when people jump in and work on stuff. I bet you guys are planning on doing a whole album of Fallout covers based on what gets submitted.
So I don't know if this technically counts, but I definitely like if we're allowed, or I don't know how parody law works. I don't know how tribute law works and all this. But if we're gonna do it, well, fucking who cares? I can toss it on this song on there too, even though it technically won't be a cover. It's, you know, a Fallout themed song.
It's a parody, but it also has its own vibe. Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'll toss that on. Anyone, if you want to participate in the project, please sign on up. But I just wanted to give Calm Horizons a shout out for getting us rolling on a fun idea. And then we have one other shout here. Jess?
Yeah, this is just a little shout. I might have mentioned a couple weeks ago that my girl Shreds finally made partner. Well, this weekend is the weekend that we're announcing and celebrating it over on El Gato Pub on Twitch. A lot of our friends will be there. She streamed a couple hours today. She's going to try to stream a full 11, 12 hours tomorrow. Girl has never done more than a 6-hour stream. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But she's doing some Sea of Thieves, and we're doing a cooking stream, then back to Sea of Thieves, then more cooking, then possibly Fallout 76, possibly a few other Fallout games. Like, she's got a few ideas about where it's going to go. She'll see where the night takes her. But the big things are Sea of Thieves and cooking. And the cooking's going to be fun. We're doing Kraken rings, and we are doing a drink called the Eternal Grog, and I have all the recipes too, so I'll be making an Eternal Grog along with her at home, and, you know, hopefully some of you all join in and just, you know, learn some fun cooking stuff and have fun with that. But yeah, just stop in sometime during tomorrow, show some support and love for my girl. We are also starting not a Fallout stream team, but a Twitch stream team called Los Gatos. So one of the perks of being a partner is that you can officially sponsor a stream team. Most partners don't, but it's an option. And of course, Shreds is all about community. So we're doing Los Gatos. And if something you want to apply for, go to elgatopub.com or just gatopub.com. Now I got to check the link real quick. And we're going to focus on people who stream things like, obviously, any Fallout game, Bethesda game in general, Sea of Thieves, and then, you know, some of Shred's favorite game, Borderlands, Doom games, cat games, that sort of thing. But really people in the community. So it's not necessarily, we're not saying, hey, if you don't do any Gato stuff, you should apply. I mean, but maybe you should, and then learn more about the pub and drop by and hang out with us, because it could be a lot of fun. You might find you like it. Was that a good ad?
Yeah, beautiful. Did you say, what was the food item you said you were making? Kraken rings or something?
Yeah. So let me pull up tomorrow's actual menu for you, because there are a couple of things. But
there was some item you said that I didn't recognize. What was it? Kraken rings or something?
Yeah. The Kraken ring.
Kraken ring. What is that?
So it's squid. It's like calamari type.
Oh, Kraken, like the fucking monster. I get it. Okay, so it's like. Okay, fried calamari, probably something like that.
Yes, exactly. But it's squid. It's squid in this case. Yep. I need to pull up the menu so I can tell you what everything is, because it's going to be a good one.
Well, of course it's squid. I think the Kraken doesn't exist.
I mean,
plus they're hard to clean.
If she could get a Kraken, then and Ray, you're right. They are impossible to clean. Those.
No.
Good Lord, the scales. Eesh.
Good time. So yeah, it's Kraken rings, Eternal Grog, and delicious, is it coconut cake? Oh, sounds good. Sounds really good.
And grog is a word I've heard a ton, but I don't actually know what that means. I've heard it referred to like coffee and stuff too, but I also think it's an alcoholic beverage of some sort. What is grog?
Yeah, it's just kind of a word for, Pirate's Swill beer. But grog is officially kind of like, just kind of cheaper homemade, like moonshine for pirates.
Okay. Fun.
Good times. Yes, I want to shout that out.
She makes moonshine? That's awesome.
I mean, grog is kind of something in between. But yeah, I'd have to look up the exact ingredients, because we're making our grog with rum, so it's It's actually looks like a really good recipe. I'm
Well,
excited
yo
to
ho
pick up some of
ho.
the ingredients.
Have some fun.
But yeah, so Los Gatos Stream Team. That's going to become a thing, and we're excited. Right now, it's just Shreds and I, but we're looking to welcome like up to 20 members to kind of grow a team and encourage each other and grow together.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah. And I didn't mention in the bits, but I should say, because I don't think I said last week, Fallout 4 featured creations right now in mods. If you are playing Fallout 4 and you want to use such things, they are all focused on New Vegas. So there's a lot of cool New Vegas mods that they are putting in there, and some on discount right now.
Righty-o. Sounds good. You guys have anything else you want to bring up on the show this evening?
That's it.
Alrighty. Then in that case, I'll let you know you can find Ray at RayLB and at BBCISSS for the Butcher Baker Candle Maker in Space. Ray, thank you so much for hopping on.
Good times.
Jess is at Sleep is 4T for all of her many projects. And check out the Elgato stuff happening this weekend. Jess, thank you so much for hopping on.
Thank you. Have a great week, everybody. I can't wait to see y'all in the Wasteland. It's going to be awesome. There's so much happening. It's going to be play. It's going to be excitement. There's going to be Starfield being played in our Discord. It's happening.
It's happening.
It's hip hop happening.
I can be found in the Facebook group, a little more in the Discord too these days, and the show can be found at the Fallout Feed. I'd like to thank everyone for downloading this edition of the Fallout Feed. We will see you in the Wasteland.
Thank you for downloading this episode of the Fallout Feed Roundtable. If you are interested in doing a play-along character with us, the show can be contacted by emailing falloutroundtable@gmail.com. For the roundtable schedule, our Amazon link, and all other show information, please head on over to asapodcasting.com, where you will find the Fallout Feed, a Skyrim-matic podcast, our YouTube channel, the Chatterbox, as well as other content. Once again, thank you for downloading, and we'll see you in the Wasteland.
You could poke a guy from 100 meters, let alone shoot them.
Terran Automata and Avarasala.
They are buffed. Mishmash, smorgasbord, every kind of bit up there. Smorgasbord. Talking about these juicy, delicious bits, the kind that you can put your stick into and just really Rooty, Tooty, fresh and fruity.